Three, two, one. Welcome back to AT Talks. We have another episode. We're still on topic one. That is a basic introduction and how you became the athletic trainer you are today. We have two guests today. We have Sarah and we have Spencer. Sarah is going to go first.
Hi, my name is Sarah Rowe. I have been a certified athletic trainer for, 9.5 years now, right? No, 8.5 years. It'll be 9 years in July. Sorry, math. I graduated with my undergrad, my Bachelor's of Science in athletic training from the University of Nevada, Las Vegas. While I was there, I worked with football, baseball, women's soccer, and then I was at a local high school for a year. I also got a chance to work with the PBR and to do kind of some backstage tours of Rowe at the Wynn, which was pretty cool, just seeing those different non-traditional athletic training settings. Now I am currently at a high school in the Indianapolis area. I'm contracted through a hospital, and my first job was also at a high school. I kind of knew coming out of college that I wanted to be at a high school. I liked the setting. I felt like that's where I could make the most difference, and where I was able to really connect with the athletes. That's just me personally. I guess my undergrad focused a lot on therapeutic modalities, which is funny because I almost never use them now. I do a lot more manual therapy and rehab just because at the high school setting, I don't necessarily want to hook someone up to an Easton machine and babysit them for 20 minutes. I'd rather have them doing exercises or on the sideline doing exercises so they're still part of the team, just because I personally feel like that's more productive at the high school level at least. Most of what I've learned has actually come from my own continuing education courses and from interacting with other athletic trainers. I kind of like to go into things with the attitude that everyone has something to teach me, even if that's what not to do. I am lucky enough to work with with the Franklin College Masters of Athletic Training program, and I learn a lot from the students because they have very varied backgrounds, and being in school, they kind of maybe learn some stuff that I didn't learn, and so they'll come in and say, hey, can I try this with our athletes? And they'll explain it to me. We'll say, sure, go for it. And just kind of having that extra little knowledge source has been really beneficial, I feel like. My first high school was a really interesting one. It was enormous. There were 1,200 student athletes and 1.5 of us. So it always just kind of felt like we were just controlling chaos. So kind of moving to a smaller high school with a better athletic training ratio. We have about 500 athletes now with 2 full-time athletic trainers. Has really helped me to focus on being more of a clinical athletic trainer and actually doing that rehab and everything, as opposed to just trying to manage chaos and shoot referrals in the right direction, because that's all you have time to do when there's 1,200 of them and 1.5 of you. I think that's about it. Is there anything else you wanted me to cover?
No, I think that's fine for an introduction and how your current setting. I appreciate you sharing that, and we'll probably dive deeper into your knowledge and your experiences and future topics. But thanks for sharing that.
Sounds good. You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. Spencer, go ahead. The floor is yours, my man.
Yeah, so I'm Spencer. I'm an industrial athletic trainer here in Indianapolis, Indiana. So we're in the same geographical region. I got my Bachelor's of Science, or actually it was a Bachelor of Arts in athletic training undergrad from College in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, a little Division III school. Then I went and got my Master's of Science in Advanced Athletic Training from University of South Carolina. And during that experience as a graduate assistant, I worked at a 5A high school. So we had about 2.5 athletic trainers for about 900 to 1,000 student athletes. Not great, but not the worst. And so I worked there my first year, and then my second year, I actually kind of started a new role as a graduate assistant, like brand new to the school, at a sports performance advanced rehab clinic. So I was the return to play specialist. So patients went through post-op rehab with a physical therapist, and then they were transitioned to me, and then I could transition them either back to play or with the strength and conditioning coach who was in our facility. But during that time, I learned more about industrial athletic training, the emerging setting that is just wonderful. And what appealed to me was work hours, pay. Those are kind of some of the big ones. But at the time I was like getting ready to start a family. So I decided, that's the best route to go right now. But so did that. And I've actually now fallen in love with the documentation side of things, the administrative side of athletic training. I deal a lot with administration, being an industrial athletic trainer. So everything from injury prevention policies and procedures to like actually rolling out programs, tracking statistics, and then reporting those statistics out to whoever wants or needs that information. If you follow me on Twitter, you probably see me post those numbers. A little bit limited on what I can share with you guys, but I want people to understand and reframe the value of what we do as athletic trainers. Currently, I actually graduate in May with my doctorate of athletic training from Indiana State University. And with that, I hope don't really know the full direction yet, but my passion in athletic training is making system level changes to make the quality of life for athletic trainers, like those working at 1,200 student athlete schools as 1.5 athletic trainers, making their lives better. Inherently, that makes the care toward patients better, but I care more about athletic trainers, and I'm very passionate about driving that change, because right now the status quo is not acceptable. So we gotta do some things to make things better. I think that's everything.
All right, well, thanks for sharing. I can't even imagine my school is 1,000 kids, total kids. And I can't even imagine if I had 1,000 athletes. But that's crazy. Hey, what was your top 5 money saving? I saw low back.
Oh, I haven't posted the other ones yet. Sorry.
You didn't post the other ones yet? All right.
Yeah, I haven't.
That was 4.
Yeah, I posted 5 and 4. So hold on, I have it right here. What did I post? So I posted back was 4, number 3. I'm not going to tell you number 3, but I'm going to tell you number 2 was shoulder and number 1 was hand and wrist.
Wow.
So what do you think number 3 was?
What was 5? Ankle? What was 5?
Yeah. 5 was ankle, 4 was back, 3 was blank, and then shoulder, and then hand and wrist.
I mean, my guess would be knee. That's what's missing.
Could be hip. Could be brain. I don't know. People get brain stuff.
Elbows.
Who knows?
Knee was actually number 6.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's going to be a great future topic when we talk about AT value and how do you show your worth. We'll definitely be talking about that in the future. But I appreciate the 2 of you joining me today and just telling your story and how you came to the position that you currently are.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
And I just want as many people to be able to communicate outside of 180 characters, because that's all we have on Twitter. And a lot of tweets will go the wrong way because you're not there with the person. You can't understand how they're saying them, and you could just have a bad day or a good day. So I appreciate you guys joining me today.
Yeah, you might be able to interpret some of the things I say as maybe not sassy. Like tweet not being sassy.
Yeah, I know. Every time I reply to Spencer, I'm like, man, I'm such a tool. But I was like, I'm not trying to be mean to you. It's just the way I write things, and you don't have a lot
I feel the same way, so this is good. Face to face.
Yep.